What's up guys, in this video I'm going to show y'all how to tame the Yutyrannus. So my method requires a lot of patience, as you're going to need to remove the Yutyrannus from its original location onto somewhere safer. So what I would do would be look for a Yutyrannus on the outskirts of the snowy biome, so you could easily lure it out into the other biomes where it's much easier to get the tame done. So what I did was use large bear traps to stop the Yutyrannus. And right here you can see that I'm already outside of the snow biome. So you just lure out the Yutyrannus. More than likely he's going to have the cardinals with him, so you want to make sure you somehow separate them whenever you try to get the tame done. So most of the time you're going to be trying to separate them. You could kill the cardinals, but it's very difficult doing that because these cardinals got a buff and they do bleeding damage now, so you need to be very careful and not dying. You could take some tames with you to make it easier. That's a viable option. And then right here you can see that I tried killing those cardinals with this assault rifle, but man, this assault rifle sucks. It has no damage. It might have to do with the range because I was shooting from pretty far, but still, man, like, this gun was not good at all. I'd be better off using a tame. But you can see right here that the cardinal started chasing me, and then the Yutyrannus just went off to the side. So I was like, okay, I got it right here, I got it. And then you can see they just started going back. So it's a little bit hard to separate them, but it could be done. Right here I was trying to also kill the cardinal, but he just kept running away from me. So yeah, it just takes a lot of patience. That's all it is, just patience. Make sure they get separated, and that's all you gotta do. Okay, after wasting all my ammo on these cardinals, which did no damage to either one of them, it just took me about 10 to 15 minutes to try separating them. In a little bit I will have separated them. I just cut it out of the video so it won't be too long. And right here I got struck by the fear roar from the Yutyrannus. So I prefer, and I would recommend, to use the Tropio because you could easily use the rocket to escape it. It literally just pushes you off to the side, which helps out tremendously. And if you're interested on how to tame a Tropio, I made a video about it not too long ago. I'll put it down in the description so you can check it out. So once you notice that the Yutyrannus is away from the cardinals, you want to lure it out even more just to make sure that they get their distance. And the Yutyrannus will go after other dinosaurs, so you want to make sure you kind of keep his attention on you. I wanted to get a couple shots in just to kind of bring up his torpor just a little bit before I even set up anything. But right now I had actually forgot to bring any bear traps, so after this I noticed that I forgot to craft some, so I had to go back to home base and make some and come back. And that's another bonus of the Tropio. You have that luxury to travel across the map very fast. Like right there, it didn't even take me that long just to craft those bear traps and then be back. So what you want to do is, whenever you're around the area where the Yutyrannus is, you want to make sure that there's no dinosaurs or animals that are blocking your area to tame. You want to make sure they get out of there. You got to kill them or scare them away, as how I did right now. And then you just start setting up the bear traps. You could probably do it a different way than I did. The way I did it, I spaced them out a good amount just to make sure that the Yutyrannus didn't trigger a bunch of them at the same time, and basically just to get the most out of my bear traps, I spaced them out a good amount. And now my Yutyrannus was very low level, so I only used up, I want to say, like four or five bear traps. So the higher level it is, you're probably going to need more bear traps, and it'd probably be better if you use the taming pen if it's very high level. But it's low level, you could just get away with doing bear traps, which works pretty good too. I want to say, as long as it's a pretty low level, like no higher than level 30 or 40, you should be okay. So whenever you're ready, just line up the bear traps with the Yutyrannus, and then you start shooting him to get his attention. And you run as fast as you can to behind the bear trap to get him stuck. And once he's stuck, you start shooting him as much as you can. You get behind another bear trap for whenever he escapes again, he goes to the next bear trap, and then you repeat the process. You go to the next bear trap, and then to the next bear trap, and just as much as you need to do until you knock him out. It's actually cool because whenever I started playing Ark, the way I tamed the Therizinosaur was this exact same way. So whenever I found out that the Yutyrannus gets stuck by the bear traps, it just helped me out. I was like, okay, let me just do the exact same thing, and sure enough, it worked. And it's basically the same process. So right here, you know, the Yutyrannus ran off on me, so you had to get your flyer. The reason why my flyer was very far was so he wouldn't do the scare roar on my flyer, and so that's why I had him very far. But right here, I just, you know, you want to go chase after the Yutyrannus. This is the downside of not having it in a taming pen, as he could just escape. But it kind of worked out for me. Right here, you got stuck on rocks. So the taming pen, that's the benefits of it, but it does require more resources because you're gonna need a lot of stone. So right here, I knocked him out. He was already about to be knocked out. And what I just used raw prime meat and cooked prime meat to tame this up. He was very low level. It was like level 6 right there. And that's how you tame the Yutyrannus. To craft the saddle, you need 425 hide, 350 fiber, 135 metal, and then also 125 silica pearls. The silica pearls can be found in the waters in the deep sea, or also in the shallow waters of the snowy biome. So in terms of upgrades, I would recommend to upgrade its stamina first of all, as the scare roar and the courage roar requires a lot of stamina to use. And then from there, I would just upgrade its health or its damage. I know a lot of people still say this, but the Yutyrannus is still good to take to a boss fight and just use him or have him on auto courage roar, and he will give damage buffs and damage resistance to all your dinos around him, which is very, very beneficial. And other than that, the left click attack is just a standard attack, and then also their eggs are considered special eggs to make the extraordinary kibble, which is good to also tame the Yutyrannus by itself, and also Thylacoleos and a couple other dinos. And that's pretty much all there is to know about the Yutyrannus. Also, if y'all want to know more about Ark videos, I have a couple more in my channel if y'all would like to check them out. And that's pretty much it. Please like the video and subscribe. It would help my channel out, and I'll see y'all in the next video.